Welcome back to Switch South Africa. I'm Nicky Nash, as always in proud collaboration with Change Cars, and today you join me in another Chinese vehicle. You join me inside the Chery Tiggo 7 Pro Max. Yeah, I think I got the name correctly. Yes, you joined me inside the Chery Tiggo 7 Pro Max. It's a very long name, and I'm going to tell you what I think about the car. So I'm going to tell you from the exterior look of the vehicle, interior look of the vehicle, and my overall thoughts of the vehicle, and things that I don't like about the car, and things that I generally do like about the car, and overall cost of ownership. So speaking about the exterior look of the vehicle, this is where it's a bit controversial for me. Personally, I don't like the look of this car in front. I just don't like everything that's going on with the grille and towards the fog lights. That part, it has this like this blue or slightly greenish accent that I'm not a fan of. So the front is not really my favorite part of the vehicle. But other people have told me that they like the vehicle, so it's just my personal opinion. You guys can tell me what you guys think about the car. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't like it, maybe you share the same sentiments as me. But when you move on to the side profile of the vehicle and the rear end of the vehicle, this is where I actually do like the vehicle, more especially in this color. This red color I think might just be the best. I've seen a lot on the road. I've seen a lot of white ones. It just looks a bit dull. Gray as well is a bit dull. The colors that pop for me is this red one, and then there's this sky blue color. You guys should know what I'm talking about. That sky blue color for me is the best, one of the best colors after this red one. So from the actual look of the vehicle, the rear end I like a lot. There's this lovely LED rear tail light. It's a light bar because every single car nowadays has a light bar, so I like that about the vehicle. It's sitting on 19-inch alloy wheels. Those wheels as well give this car a bit of character, something I do like. First thing that I don't like, since I'm hearing it, is the indicator. So across all Chinese cars, actually, I've just never mentioned it, but now I'm mentioning it because you guys do mention it in the comments. That doesn't that irritate you, the indicator sound? So I'm mentioning it here because actually it does. I just choose not to say it. But yeah, that's with regards to the actual look of the vehicle. Quick insert. It's telling me that thing, man. Quick insert before I carry on with the review. Please subscribe to my traveling channel. It'll do the works, guys. Please, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers on that channel, so please subscribe to that channel. It will mean a lot to me. And yeah, I hope I'm gonna see you guys subscribing, because I don't know why you guys aren't subscribing. I have such good content on that travel channel. But yeah, see you guys there. Anyway, let's carry on with the review. So when you jump into the interior of the vehicle, I think that's where my favorite part of this vehicle is. It has to be the interior of the vehicle. It's a very nice place to be. So when you jump into the interior of the vehicle, first thing you will notice is the lovely bucket style seats, sports seats. So these seats, they are very good. They are comfortable as well. So most of the time sports seats are not necessarily comfortable because they try to be a bit too sporty. And this reminds me of the Mercedes-Benz A-Class that I reviewed not too long ago. Those seats, I did say they're uncomfortable, right? But these ones are actually quite comfortable. There's no point in time I thought I'm like, my back is aching or anything like that. So I think Mercedes-Benz, take a book or two out of Chery in terms of seats. If you want the sports design type of seats or the comfort, take a book out of Chery Mercedes-Benz. So Chery did a really good job with the seats. They feel good, and the overall finish in terms of the interior is a very good place to be. The steering wheel feel, every button that you press around the cabin is a very place to be. Up front, you're greeted by these two lovely big screens. One is your digital instrument cluster. The other is your touchscreen infotainment system, which supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The only kind of downfall about that is that it's not wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. I say downfall because the car does have a Type-C port up front, but that Type-C port doesn't initiate the Apple CarPlay well for me. I need to use the Type-A port. So I need to get a Type-A cable to initiate Apple CarPlay. So that's my disadvantage about that. If it was wireless, it would have been much better. But other than that, in terms of the touchscreen infotainment system, everything is there, easy to use. What you're looking for, it's there. You just need to read what you're looking for, but it's there. Everything is quick to get to. They've separated certain settings, like if you're not customize your sound settings, your lighting and all the stuff. It's in different menus. There's vehicle settings, then there's local settings. Local settings, you'll find things like you wanna use your Bluetooth, you wanna change the treble or the bass in the sound system. And then on vehicle settings, it has to do with the vehicle. So things like your interior features, like your ambient lighting, your headlamps up and down, and then your smart driving, like your adaptive cruise control, your lane keep assist, those type of things are found in vehicle settings. So I like that they've separated, because there's a lot of settings, so they've tried to separate the two settings from vehicle settings and local settings. It's a good feature. Moving on to the instrument, digital instrument cluster, it has everything for you. Your speed is there, your fuel efficiency is there. If you're using adaptive cruise control or your lane keeping, everything is there up ahead of you. And as you can see now, up ahead over the overplay videos, there's this thing that looks like a box type of thing, right? That's actually a camera. It's actually looking at your eyes when you're driving, so it's paying attention for you so that you don't, it's paying attention to you so that you don't lose attention. So if you looking around and all that stuff, it'll tell you focus, right? But the problem about that is that it's very, very sensitive. It's very sensitive. So if I'm driving, just that now it's switched off, but if I'm driving and I happen to look to the left, even if I'm just checking my mirrors, it will pick it up and it will say you're distracted, you've been distracted for too long. I'll try to get an overplay video for you guys, and it's something that I totally hate in this vehicle. And you guys are most probably saying, but Nick, you can switch off that feature. Yeah, you can switch off the feature, but here's the problem. If I'm driving now, I switch off the feature, right? And then I park in a mall, switch off the car, lock the car, go. When I come back, when I start the vehicle, the feature's back on. So every time you get into the vehicle, you need to switch off the feature. That's what I don't like. I hate that. And it goes back to Chinese. You have a long way. See there. Okay, so it wasn't off, it was on. They just told me now. That chime that you guys heard, it's that. So it means it's not off. So I hate that about the vehicle, because like, why do I need to keep switching it off? The fact that I switched it off the first time, it should be telling you that I want it off. So that's the disadvantage about this vehicle, the main disadvantage about this vehicle. But other than that, the interior is a very great place to be. Moving on to the back seats, the leg room is sufficient, it gets the job done. There's everything you need to, the space is there, it's a comfortable place to be as well. I can sit at the back for a long distance drive. Then you're looking at your boot capacity. I'll put the screen in terms of the liters. Right now you're currently seeing there's a ball bag. Don't be surprised, I am a football coach in my spare time, so yeah, you should come and support me, coach, or watch me coach. But the boot capacity is sufficient enough. I can put a boot bag, I can put a boot bag, I can put a kit bag, I can put a ball bag, and it's for the size of the vehicle. The boot is okay. There isn't a point in time where I felt like I needed a bigger boot, so that's a very nice thing about the vehicle. Moving on to the drive of the vehicle, and I think that's where things are, for me, the party piece more than anything else. The drive of the vehicle is a very nice drive of the car. So what I like about this vehicle is that it's a smooth ride. It handles road imperfections quite well. So this car is powered by 1.6 liter 4-cylinder, which produces 145 kilowatts and 290 newton meters of torque. That power is sufficient for this vehicle. You put your foot down, there's a bit of lag, but once it goes there, it's decent power. I feel like in such a car, you don't need quick power, you don't need anything like that. I feel like the only thing that Chery could have worked on is trying to minimize the turbo lag, right? So you put your foot down, that lag, they could have minimized that lag. But other than that, without the lag or anything like that, those cars are very good offering. It drives well. Because I've been driving it very normally, like it's a very good car to drive, because I'm driving it like a person that will be driving this vehicle, not like a race car driver or anything like that. So it's a good car to drive. It feels good as well. It doesn't feel big or anything like that. Is what I like about the vehicle. The weight of the steering wheel is perfect. So this car has different drive modes, and I'm not going to tell you the names of the drive modes. You'll hear them, and that's another thing that I don't like about the vehicle. Listen, I'm in eco right now. I'm changing.
Normal mode entered. Sports mode entered. Snow mode entered.
Wait.
Muddy mode entered.
There we go. There's one more mode.
Off-road mode entered.
Yes. So every mode.
Economic mode entered.
So every mode you go into, the car will speak. When you start the vehicle, it's always in eco. The car will speak. It'll tell you, eco mode entered. You go to normal mode entered. You go to sport mode entered. So for me, there's no need for you to tell me that stuff, because I'm changing. Oh look, I can read Chery. So yeah, that's something that I don't like about the vehicle. That's one thing I don't like, but at least I do get the drive modes. And for a change, you do kind of feel the difference in the drive modes. Besides the pedal, like the sharpness of the of the throttle response. You do feel the drive modes, like because I drove it at 100, kept my accelerator constant, went to sport mode, I felt the car go forward. Although the speed is still 100, I put on sport, it did give me sort of more power per se. So you do feel the difference in the drive modes. I'm not too sure with regards to fuel efficiency. I didn't want to test the fuel efficiency of this vehicle in sport, because I don't think a person that puts a car in sport really cares about fuel efficiency. But this vehicle's fuel efficiency, right? Chery claims you'll average 7.8 liters to the 100 in this vehicle, and I can confidently say to you now, you will not get that number. I don't care how you drive, I don't care what you do, you will not get that number. What the number that I saw at lowest was a 9.1, and then currently right now it's showing me that this car, well, amongst other kilometers, the trip kilometer for kilometer B has done 4,000 Ks. So other journalists and myself and everyone else that has driven the car over that 4,000 kilometers, this car is currently averaging 11.1, and then when I've had it on test, it's been averaging, the lowest was a 9.1. I did reset it before I did before I started shooting the review. So from the beginning of this review till now, you guys have been seeing how I've been driving. I haven't been driving hard or anything. The only time I drove it hard is now when I was showing you the turbo lag, and I was in eco then. So I'm gonna quickly just cycle through the menu to tell you how much I'm averaging. I'm averaging 8.9 over 7 kilometers off doing this review. So it just goes to show you that this car still has a very long way in terms of fuel efficiency. So if you're looking for a fuel efficient vehicle, this car is not that. But if you're looking for a family vehicle that will give you everything, this car is exactly that. So moving on to the price of the vehicle, right? Let's speak about the price of the car. So speaking about the pricing of the vehicle, right? This car is priced at 610,000 Rand. And if you take this vehicle over a period of 5 years, which is 60 months, at an interest rate of 12.25%, with no deposit, no balloon payment, none of that stuff, you're looking at paying 13,600 Rand, calculated through the Change Cars financial calculator. So you can go play around with that financial calculator and see what you need to do to afford this vehicle. The closest competitor to this vehicle that I can think of is your likes of your Haval 8.6. And I personally, sticking to those Chinese vehicles, which car would I recommend for you? The Chery. I've driven the Haval 8.6, but the Chery, for me, is a better offering vehicle, and they give you more in terms of, it has a superior warranty. So it has a 5-year 150,000 warranty, and then if you're buying it brand new, there's that thing called the engine warranty. But what I mean by that is that Chery, for the first buyer only, you get a 1 million kilometer engine warranty. So you can drive this vehicle up until 800,000 kilometers. If it goes kaboom, they'll get you a new engine. That's basically what that means. But between the two, that's what I would recommend. But you can also look outside the Chinese for a change. You can look at the Korean brands. There's the Hyundai Tucson, there's the Kia Sportage, and then if you look, there's a Tiguan, although it'll be a poverty-spec Tiguan. And comparing this to that is a bit of a, this one is much superior than Tiguan at this price range. There's a Mazda CX-5. There's a lot of vehicles that you can explore to get to 610,000 Rand. So I'll just leave that in your capable hands as the buyer, and you guys will make the decision which car you want to get. But yeah, I'm Nicky Nash, in Proud Collaboration with Change Cars. I've told you every single thing you need to know about this vehicle, and yeah, there's nothing more I can tell about this vehicle. If I didn't cover certain things that you'd like to know about the vehicle, please comment down below. There's things that I will forget. I am human at the end of the day. So comment down below what you'd like to know about the vehicle. I'll reply to your comments. And yeah. And so I hope you guys are liking the content. I'll see you on the next review. Oh, it's a Volvo. Yeah, I'll see you there.